Something that Maryland fans will definitely like. Zach, Malik Washington is coming back to Maryland in 2026. He has announced the Maryland quarterback, Malik Washington, set the team's freshman passing record this fall, and he will return to the Terrapins in 2026. He set the record for passing yards, 2,963, and completions, 273 this season, while connecting for 17 touchdown passes. He reached 200 passing yards in all but one game and finished as just the second Big Ten freshman since 1996 to record at least 2,500 passing yards, at least 300 rushing yards. Malik Washington was quoted in saying, representing this team, this area means so much to me and my family. This is home, and we're going to continue keeping the best athletes from this area here with the Terps. I believe in everyone in our facility, and I know we're building something that fans will be excited about for years to come. Zach, my question to you, how big is this return, keep, whatever you want to call it, for Maryland coming up next year?
I mean, it's the thing that's keeping Mike Locksley employed. So, I mean, it's huge.
Oh, you just jumped straight to my next question. Thank you. Just joking with you. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's hard when Philip is telegraphing the Fire Locksley segment.
Philip knows us too well at this point. Philip,
I know.
He watches every show. We appreciate you, Philip. You're awesome.
But in all seriousness, Malik, like this, we've been saying it all fall. The reason why you keep Locksley is to keep this young core of talent. Sidney Stewart, Malik Washington. I always forget the other guy's name. And there's the other freshman. I can't remember his name. I'll remember it at 1 a.m. today, tomorrow morning. But not only that, but you have a pretty good recruiting class with some elite recruits coming as well. You've got the number one edge player in the country coming to Maryland. And so you've got to keep momentum by keeping, again, the face of your program at your school. And it does several things. One is it builds momentum recruiting for you. But how much have we talked about the DMV when it comes to teams like Penn State, when it comes to teams like Rutgers, like other teams in the Big Ten? Like obviously Penn State is a level above Rutgers, but the DMV is a very important area to recruit. And as much as it's important for Maryland to have a stranglehold on the DMV for their own team, it's also important for them to keep the best players home from teams that they want to ascend to their level, right? Penn State's in a period of transition. I'm not saying that Maryland's going to be on the same level next year, but they do get Penn State at home. And now you're selling to recruits, hey, you could either go to a program in transition, or you can come here where we are assembling the best team in the DMV area.
Very true. Philip is saying I have a small echo. So, Zach, if you want to try to mute yourself while I'm talking, see if that helps. Let us know, Philip, if that helps moving forward. Not sure what that is, but we'll try to fix it on the fly and address it later. I think it sounds better now, so we'll just keep doing that. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. The DMV is such an important area. I don't think the DMV can supply as many teams. It looks like it's probably going to be in it because, as Doc is pointing out here, Virginia Tech is going to be in the DMV a whole lot now as well, with James Franklin being hired there. Great point by you. Okay, Philip says it is better. Thank you, Philip. So we'll do that for this episode and try to figure out what it is for next episode to get that right. But overall, like I don't think the DMV has a lot of talent. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it has enough talent to supply Penn State, Maryland, Virginia Tech. Ohio State goes in there a little bit. I wouldn't say that's like one of their main areas. They're kind of going over to Jersey now a little bit more than they are the DMV. So I do think it's really, really important for Maryland to, number one, lock down that area. They have enough talent in that area to really produce an excellent football team. But Mike Locksley is still going to have to go outside of that area and go acquire more talent. He's going to have to continue to find talent where it is, and he's going to have to continue to pay his players. So whatever happens moving forward, sounds like Sidney Stewart's going to get paid, sounds like Malik Washington's going to get paid, but he has to find a way to also pay these incoming recruits, because it sounds like they made the change. Let's pay the new players that are coming in over the older ones. That's great. But now you got to continue to produce and fundraise so that way you can continue to get the guys in, like Zion Ely, also get the transfer portal guys in, and that's where it really comes into play with Maryland. Is like they're going to be able to acquire talent, but do they have the management to continue to get that talent moving forward?
Yeah, good points. And I think again, it's the new way of thinking about NIL transfer portal is if you can get at good core and raise a lot of money, you can really set yourself up well for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the day, like that's what's needed more than anything is the next 2 to 3 years. Because Mike Locksley, if he wants to stick around, this next year has to go well. He can't just win in September. You can't go 4-0 in August and September, and that be fine and dandy. You're gonna have to start winning games in October. You're gonna have to start winning games in November if he wants to stick around. Malik Washington is going to be a huge piece to help make that happen. Obviously, Zion Ely needs to get on the field early, and you need to continue to have, Sidney Stewart, Zahir Mathis, all those guys, and Bryce Jenkins as well. I mean, Bryce Jenkins was a guy in the middle of that defensive line, young. I believe he was a true freshman. I don't think he was a redshirt. I believe he was a true freshman this season, and he performed really well as well. So continue on with those guys, and also, I mean, there's other guys in that team too. I don't need to list all of them, but just continue to build that up, continue to put that forward. Any final thoughts on Maryland, Zach?
Zahir Mathis was the guy I was thinking about. So thanks for making sure I don't have to think about it at 1 a.m.
There you go. There you go. Let's see.
I will say, we joke about the September surge and then the October swoon for like Mike Locksley. The schedule dates aren't out there yet in terms of the schedule, but you look at who they play next year. Hampton at UConn, which is it's not as much of a gimme as people might want to think it is. Virginia Tech at home, under Franklin, that's a tougher game now all of a sudden. Illinois, Penn State, Rutgers, UCLA, Wisconsin at home, at Nebraska, at Ohio State, at Purdue, at USC. So like certainly some winnable games there, but quite a few 50-50 games and not a lot of games where I'm like thinking Maryland has much of a shot, at USC, at Ohio State. Those two, I'm like, oh, no way. But like, there are some winnable games on this schedule and there are some toss-ups. So, I mean, this could be the bowl game year for Locksley.
Yeah. I mean, UConn did, they are getting a new head coach. Their head coach moved on. But it is at UConn. So still, difficult there with, I'm sure, some talent being left over. They might go in the portal. Who knows? We'll see. And the Virginia Tech, how funny would it be if Mike Locksley beats James Franklin?
James Franklin's fired at Virginia Tech after 2 games. No, they won't fire him for that. They won't fire him that quickly.
I would love that though. I think that'd be hilarious if that happened. But yeah, I mean, this is really kind of what happened to Rutgers last year. Rutgers was supposed to have their year where they won 7 or 8, 9, possibly 9 games, and they got riddled with injuries, and so they didn't do that. Now this season they go 5-7. They reject a bowl game, and a lot of people are having questions about Greg Schiano. The difference is Mike Locksley didn't even get to 6 wins this season. He went 4-8, and he's on the hot seat, and he's going to have to perform with an even tougher schedule this year. I mean, it's not the worst home game stretch in the world. You get Rutgers, UCLA. Who knows what Wisconsin's going to be? You're going to get them at home. So there's 3, winnable games at home, and then you go on the road at Purdue. Might be winnable, but I think Barry Odom's going to have those guys playing a whole lot better next year. So, I mean, you have some opportunities there, but it's a tough out of conference with at UConn and Virginia Tech, which, by the way, why are we playing at UConn? Why? Big Ten teams, please have some self-respect. Do not play group of 5 teams away.
It's almost like Maryland thinks of itself as equal to a group of 6 teams at times. And it's like, please don't. You're a Big Ten team. Act like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Northwestern. I mean, Tulane is a better team, so I understand that a little bit more, but still, yeah, I don't get it.